Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a real estate market update for Sarasota for the months of March, and we're going to talk about real estate trends so that if you're a seller or a buyer, you have a better idea of kind of where we're at right now and how sellers and buyers are behaving right now. We're also going to talk about the future, so 2024, understanding that I don't have a crystal ball, but I'll give you my perception as to how things are going to shape out. But first off, just a high level update as of March. If we look at just single family home, looking at median prices, I always like to refer to the median prices, and it's actually holding. It's not down versus same time last year, so March 2022. And if we look at the average sales price, as a matter of fact, that's up quite a bit. It's up by 15% almost, and it's now at $945,000 versus $828,000 last year, and median price is $555,000. So single family homes, that's holding. I will say that the inventory is piling up. We're at about 5 months of inventory, so very similar to 2019. If it continues to go up, let's just say we're at that 6 months, 6.5 months range, then yeah, prices should come down. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case because there is a shortage of inventory still in the Florida market, in the Sarasota market. A lot of people do want to move here, and we're seeing that in the luxury market. I'm actually going to give you a breakdown of different price points and how sales are reacting within those price points. But yeah, we're getting people who have money wanting to move in here. If the inventory is piling up, part of it is just because the market is normalizing, but also the mortgage interest rates are now again at what, 8% for a 30-year fix, and that is going to slow down potential buyers. For now, at least. Now, you may have noticed a lot of price cuts. You're probably surfing Zillow or Realtor.com, and you'll see the price cuts there. I see it too, right? I see it on the MLS and also on the consumer-facing platforms. I can tell you that a lot of it is driven by sellers still overpricing. Median prices for single-family homes, like I said, it's holding. The average price, as a matter of fact, is up. So when you're seeing these price cuts, more often than not, it's a seller trying to get more than the fair value of the house. 2 years ago, the chances of selling it at a higher price was great, right? Because buyers didn't have a lot of options. But we talked about inventory now being at about 5 months, where before that, 2 years ago, it was far lower. And so buyers nowadays have more options. And so here's what I'm seeing. If a home is overpriced, more likely than not, unless the home is super special and just one of a kind that a specific buyer has been wanting to buy, more likely than not, the buyer is going to come through with a buyer's agent. The buyer's agent is going to be crunching the numbers. They're going to look at the comps. They're going to pull information from the MLS and run a really detailed comp analysis. The buyer's agent will say, look, here's the fair value of where the house should be at. The house is overpriced because it's not falling within the fair value range. And so more likely than not, the home is just going to sit on the market. And the longer it sits on the market, the less likely it is it's going to sell. And so you're seeing these price cuts. Now, a seller can get lucky. Maybe the home is so unique and the seller is able to find the right buyer who's actually been waiting for that one home, just that one home to come on the market. Yeah, that buyer may want to pay more just because the home is so special in the eye of a buyer. It's more likely the buyer's going to say, you know what, no, this is way overpriced. I don't even want to put an offer in because I don't want to offend the seller, for one. Let's just go down the road. I've seen this other house that is very comparable to this house here that's overpriced. My recommendation to sellers is it's a market where buyers have option. So it's not a seller's market necessarily. It's much more even now, and the house has to be priced accordingly. I also have seen that homes that are pretty well priced, but that need a lot of updating, well, these homes are competing with new construction homes, for one. And so a buyer is seeing a home that is an existing home, maybe 20, 30 years old, needs a lot of updating, and then they're comparing it to a new construction home, nothing to update, it's brand new, comes with warranty, the prices are almost the same, right? Existing homes that have not been updated cannot compete unless they further drop the prices. And so seller, if you're somebody that wants to sell an existing home that's a little bit older, maybe 20, 30 years old, and you haven't updated it, you might actually want to consider making certain updates. And I'm not talking about a major overhaul. I don't want you to break your bank account, but there's certain updates that you can make that will increase the appeal in the eye of the buyer for the house that you're selling. It's just going to make the house sell faster and for more. And I'm not going to get into specifics in terms of what updates I'm actually referring. I did a video about this just recently, which I'm going to link towards the end of this video, so make sure you watch it. Now what I want to do is dig in deeper for single family homes by price point. So what's interesting is if we look at single family homes and we look to see what the median price is and sales volume by price points, we see different types of phenomenon. So for example, if I look at $400,000 to $600,000 homes, the median prices versus same time last year is essentially holding. And when it comes to number of home sales in that price range, it's holding versus same time last year. And it just goes to show me that more likely than not, who's purchasing in that price range are investors. They're coming in, they're gobbling up these single family homes to rent thereafter, so for cash stream. Now, the price range of $600,000 to $1 million, the median price has dipped, and the sales volume is down versus same time last year. And really, I think what's happening here is that those people who are looking in that price range, a lot of them are going to be mortgaging their home. And with the interest rates where they are right now at 8% for the 30-year fixed, many of them are probably waiting on the sidelines because there has been so much talk about the mortgage interest rates dropping in towards the end of this year. We're seeing the impact in that price range of $600,000 to $1 million. And when we look at 1.2 million and up, which is the luxury market, the median price is up by about 22% versus same time last year, where as of March 2024, it clocked in at $2,125,000. And unit sales is up. Actually leading into this beginning of the year, it's up versus even January and February of last year. So luxury buyers are coming in. They're really attracted to the Sarasota market, to the Florida overall value proposition. A lot of it has to do with the fact that just real estate is so much more affordable for them here, coming from these other more expensive places. Also, you got the no state income tax, so there's a lot of tax breaks that high net income earners are getting. Well, what's the story on the condo side? So looking at the median price for March of this year versus same time last year, it's actually up slightly, and the average price is up quite a bit by almost 26%, well, by 26%. So surprisingly, the prices are holding right now in the condo market. But there's some funky stuff going on within the condo market, so specifics, especially as it relates to older condos that are 3-story and higher. Those condo units are staying on the market longer, especially if they've not gone through the Surfside bill mandate in terms of getting through the inspections. But I can tell you this, that a lot of these older condos, even if they get hit with assessments, especially if they're getting hit with assessments, it does take some pressure off of those people who are living in these units or those that are purchasing these units, knowing that the condo is going to be well taken care of. Because yes, we do have hurricanes here, so you want to make sure that your condo unit is safe, and that's where the assessment dollars are actually going to. Absolutely, the real estate market is slowing down. The big question mark is what's going to continue to happen with the mortgage interest rate. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I always appreciate when you do. Take care.